as it's reactive, not preventative. It's built to shut down inappropriate servers after the violations occur, meaning that kids are still exposed to it in real time. It also does nothing to stop bad actors from immediately migrating to other games or disguising the same behavior in new ways. This is a whack-a-mole approach that prioritizes optics over the actual protection. Kaufman also makes a big deal about clarifying their stance on implied sexual content, which is basically an admission that Roblox has tolerated huge amounts of sexual material up until now, as long as it wasn't explicit with their broken filters. They're not introducing a new standard here, they're just finally writing down the rules that should have been enforced years ago. Then there's also the so-called Community Safety Council. It's a textbook corporate move. Create a panel of handpicked creators, call it the listening to the community, and then only use the feedback that doesn't interfere with existing monetization strategies. This is not empowerment at all, it's basically just damage control. Ultimately, Kaufman's post reads like it was drafted with lawsuits and headlines in mind, not children's safety. If Roblox actually wanted to fix these problems, they'd be talking about hiring far more human moderators, implementing real age verification that can't be bypassed, and shutting down exploitative experiences before they go viral, not scrambling to look proactive after a PR disaster. Right now, this is less about keeping kids safe and more about keeping Roblox's image intact while the lawsuits pile up. Now, before we continue into the video that they made, I feel like it's important to point out that Roblox stock has fallen by about 10% since this whole situation has started. And that 10% is most likely billions of dollars, which is why they're making so many responses to the situation as of recently. Now, in addition to this press release that they made, they also released a 40-minute long video speaking about the situation. First off, I want to clarify that they did not directly reference Schlepp by name at all and lied so much in this video, and this section of the video will point that out. At the timestamp 13 minutes, Matt Kaufman completely lied about claiming that they listened to the community's reports, and here's a clip of that.
And we have members of the community in these vigilante groups that started off in a really good place. They started off by saying like, hey, they're reporting on issues on Roblox, they're talking about how we could do better, and we paid really careful attention. We looked at what they were saying, we looked at what they were reporting, and all of that went into our moderation system so that we could go and identify bad actors on the platform and take them off.
If anything that Matt Kaufman said in that clip was true, then why the hell is Meep City still on Roblox? Every YouTuber has been complaining about the issues with Meep City for almost 7 years now, issues that are still on the platform to this day. I mean, even just yesterday, Creekcraft joined Meep City on an alt account and found the in the first 4 seconds.
Okay, so I just made a fresh account, brand new Roblox account. I'm gonna go ahead and I'm gonna join Meep City. And I just want to see how long it takes until I see something inappropriate in the game. All right, so I'm gonna go and join on in. This is a fresh account. All right, never played on it before, and that's about let's see here, about 10 seconds.
We will get back to my point on Meep City because David Baszucki actually defends the game in this video. Before I move on, I also want to add that their video was edited a lot. I saw a lot of cuts that they failed to cover up, and actually the more funnier part of it is when you zoom into David Baszucki's eyes, you can actually see a Google document in the reflection of his glasses, which pretty much right away tells it that this is a scripted recording, and as I pointed out earlier, if there are cuts, they clearly had to crop out a lot of stuff that didn't match their narrative. I also want to include this clip where it's really obvious that David is trying to cover up the fact that he's reading a script by looking to his right and then turning back to the laptop with the script. Just found it really funny and worth pointing out before I continue.
Okay, so I'll put you both on the spot because your job, in a way, is one of the hardest jobs in the industry. And in football, the quarterback gets a lot of fame and glory, but people know the best teams have the best defense. And this is really hard because there's a lot of content and there's a lot of communication on Roblox and billions of hours of good stuff. And so,
okay, now let's talk about the part where they very clearly imply Schlepp without ever saying his name. Around the 21-minute and 20 seconds mark, Kaufman starts talking about users running decoy accounts to catch predators, framed it as a dangerous violation of their rules. That's literally Schlepp's exact method for predators. They don't even bother hiding it. And the worst part, instead of focusing on banning the decoy accounts exposed, Roblox chose to punish the person catching them. The only point in time where they'd actually get banned is weeks, maybe even months after the video is posted, when they are still on bail and they could easily be grooming and gathering more victims. This isn't just about safety anymore, it's about Roblox silencing the people who make their company look bad. And if that wasn't hypocritical enough, there's a part later in the video, 2640 to 2811, where they straight up defend keeping Meep City online. The Senior Director of Product Policy, Eliza Jacobs, says that she doesn't think it's fair to take down a game just because of what the players are doing inside it, as if the endless reports of predators and inappropriate roleplay in Meep City are just minor inconveniences.
I think one thing that's really challenging on this global immersive interactive platform is that we have content created by developers and creators and content created by the community, by the users that are in that game. And one thing that we really try to do is be fair to our developers and to not moderate them for the behavior of their users.
So let me get this straight. They're perfectly fine keeping a game that's been a hotspot for degenerate behavior for years, but when Schlepp uses decoy accounts to actually catch these predators, he's the one that's getting banned? That's not fairness at all. That's Roblox protecting a brand over protecting its users. And it gets worse. In that same statement, Kaufman doubles down and admits that Roblox refuses to take down the game if the problem is caused by the user behavior instead of the game's design. His example was again Meep City, but that logic completely collapses the moment you remember Roblox has removed plenty of games for far smaller user-generated issues, including the recent free Schlepp games. So which is it? Do you care about user safety or do you care about avoiding accountability? Because clearly, whichever choice keeps you out of controversy is the one that you'll be making. Meanwhile, as they bend over backwards to protect Meep City,